Hello, Arizona. I wanted to give everyone an update on the 1800s abortion ban repeal and also discuss the dynamics in the legislature. I hope this will help answer some of the many questions I've been getting about the legislative process in Arizona. Something that I don't think many Arizonans realize is how the current Republican leadership is managing the legislature. And why can't this repeal go through, even though it's obvious that this is what the people want? There is a one-seat Republican majority in both chambers, so just the narrowest possible gap in representation, meaning we really should have a very well-balanced body with input and participation from both parties. The abortion ban repeal has brought to light that Democratic-sponsored bills, no matter how desperately popular the concept might be with the public, don't have a fair chance of being heard. As we've seen, even when the public is demanding it and Democrats are using every tool and rule available to get a bill to the floor, Republican leaders will stop at nothing to prevent Democrats from having a say or even participating in the business of the legislature. What I hope people know is that this is not limited to the issue of abortion. Unfortunately for all of us, the reality is that Republicans are running the legislature like a supermajority, like a dictatorship. They have done everything in their power to stifle the voices of anyone who does not lean far right and into their party politics. As the session comes to a close, only 3 of our Senate Democratic bills out of the 217 we introduced have made it to the governor's desk this year. Under the current rules in the legislature, Republicans are allowed to use their simple majority to control everything that is heard in committee and everything that comes to the floor. And they have abused that power in the worst possible way to make sure that literally millions of Arizona Democrats and independents and even moderate Republicans have no say at all in our proceedings. I think most people would agree that this is bad for Arizona, and this is completely unethical and immoral behavior. And importantly, this is not how Democrats will lead should we take the majority in November. It's unacceptable that a constituent, an advocacy organization, or a business has to find a Republican to sponsor their bill, rather than work with a legislator in their district, or just a legislator who they know has experience in the issue that they're representing. The way that Republicans are obstructing every voice but their own in this body is wrong, and we will do a better job. We're prepared to share the room and to lead with a spirit of collaboration. Especially in a state with a diverse population, we should be listening to one another. We should be hearing and debating bills sponsored by both Democrats and Republicans. I had a bill last session to allow for emergency medical treatment for diabetic children in schools. That bill made it to the floor and was overwhelmingly popular. Instead of passing it, my bill was killed by House Republicans, and a Republican member then stole the language and ran the bill themselves this year. This behavior is childish, and Democrats are committed to being more responsible leaders in the legislature. There are many reasons that Republican leadership has decided to operate in the disproportionate and unfair way that they have. The main reason being that they don't want Democrats to have any successes because they are afraid to lose power and influence. They are too extreme and too entrenched in their ideology to the point that they are not open to working together to find bipartisan solutions that reflect the values of Arizonans. What has happened in Arizona with the 1864 abortion ban repeal has happened before and will happen again with other critical issues under continued Republican leadership. The reason that we can't get comprehensive bipartisan solutions for water, border security, housing, inflation, public safety, education, and other critical issues that impact quality of life for the people of Arizona is that the leadership of the Republican Party in Arizona is radicalized and not open to operating in the reality of a diverse and thoughtful Arizona. As a member of the Democratic leadership in the Arizona Senate, I can assure you that we are ready to be faithful to the values and priorities of the people of Arizona. We're ready to work collaboratively and to be sensible and fair. We're ready to reject extremism and to be leaders who listen and who take the work we do here seriously. Our current leadership uses a bully pulpit to try to make everyone fall in line with their ideology. We will operate in reality and help create an Arizona that works for everyone. Our fight for abortion access is coming up again this Wednesday. The repeal will not take effect until 90 days after session ends because Republicans refuse to give us the necessary 2/3 votes in both chambers. So our battle is really only beginning. We need you to stay in this fight with us until our rights are protected in the state constitution.